You're not being seen in candidates' inboxes because you're using standard, trite templates that other agencies are also using. And this isn't allowing you to project the standard of authority that you need. Writing powerful recruitment copy requires you to establish a clear gap between where a candidate's career is right now and where they actually want to be. In this quick training, I'm going to show you how to elevate your messages so your target talent views you as a career promoter, not as a transactional broker. To give you a concrete framework of how to write this way, let's first dissect two real-world job postings for the exact same role. We are seeking a highly motivated self-starter to join our dynamic team. The ideal candidate will be a strong communicator with a passion for excellence, must be able to work in a fast-paced environment, competitive salary, and benefits offered. One person will read this and will think, cool, well, that tells me nothing. Let's take a look at example 2. You will own the first 30 minutes of every customer's experience. Your team runs lean, 4 people, and you'll have a direct line to the manager who makes scheduling decisions. Base pay starts at X, schedules publish 2 weeks out. Same role, completely different response. The difference here is clearly not the job itself, it's the way it's being presented. It's the copy. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what separates a job posting that gets ignored from one that gets applications from the right candidates. And I'll give you a reusable framework you can apply today. Most job postings fail for a surprisingly simple reason. They were written to satisfy internal requirements, not to help a candidate make a decision. Think about it. HR approves it, the hiring manager adds requirement, legal gets a look, and by the end, you've got a document that checks every internal box and answers none of the questions a real candidate is actually asking. Candidates aren't reading your job post and thinking, what is this role? They're asking, will this job make my life better or will it make it worse? And your posting has maybe 10 seconds to answer that before they scroll past it. So I'm going to tell you the 3 patterns that kill most job postings. Pattern 1, defensive language. Phrases like must be able to, required to, and ideal candidate will are absolutely everywhere. And they create this distance between the actual reader and the role. So instead of inviting someone into a conversation, that phrase screams to the top of their lungs, we're evaluating you, not selling to you. When you look at your internal job posting, that framing will actually work against you. It will filter people out before they even get interested. Pattern 2, unverifiable claims. Supportive environment, great culture, competitive pay. These phrases don't just fail to help, they actively reduce trust. Not necessarily because they're untrue, but because candidates have seen them in job postings that turned out to be the complete opposite. Short-staffed units, mandatory overtime, toxic managers. Experienced candidates have learned to filter these out entirely. If you can't back it up with something specific and observable, don't say it. Pattern 3, company-centric framing. Most postings are written from a company's perspective. What we need, what we are looking for, what we offer. Notice a pattern? But candidates aren't reading through that lens. They're reading through the lens of their own life. The copy that wins is the one that centers them, not the company. This is the highest leverage fix you can make, and it takes almost no time once you get the hang of it. It's called the you rewrite. And the rule is simple. Flip every sentence from being company-centric into candidate-centric. Here's a formula. We're looking for versus you'll be the person who. The role requires versus you'll bring experience in. We offer flexible scheduling versus you'll set your schedule 2 weeks out with full visibility. We need a team player versus you'll work with a team that covers for each other. No one gets left behind. This shift changes what the candidate imagines when they read it. Company-centric copy makes them picture a sterile hiring process. Candidate-centric copy makes them picture an actual day in their life if they were to pursue this role. Once they can picture the workday, you've already closed half the gap. Ooh, one more shift. Replace vague adjectives with observable reality instead. Instead of fast-paced environment, try you'll typically manage X accounts simultaneously with a coordinator who handles intake, so you're focused on XYZ. Instead of collaborative team, try When the day goes sideways, there's always a senior team member available. The support doesn't just exist on paper. Specific details are trust signals. The more observable the reality you are describing, the more believable everything else in the posting becomes. All right, let's talk structure. A high converting job posting is built around 5 specific elements that together answer the question candidates are actually asking. Element 1, title clarity. Your title is your subject line. It needs to be specific enough to filter for the right person and clear enough that they know instantly whether it's for them or not. Administrative professional, weak. Client intake coordinator, remote, Monday through Friday, strong. Think about it this way. If your title could apply to 50 different jobs at 50 different companies, sharpen it. Element 2, specificity of scope. Candidates do want to know, what does this role actually own? Not simply a list of responsibilities, but more of a clear picture of scope. What decisions will they have to make? Who will they work with? What does success look like in the first 90 days? You know, those questions. This is where postings go vague when candidates need specifics the most. Element 3, social proof. Vague claims lose to specific evidence every single time. For example, great growth opportunities, ignored. 3 people on this team have been promoted in the last 12 months, believed. If you have real data, which I'm sure you do, like tenure averages or internal mobility rates, certifications funded, placements made, put that in. This is the stuff that converts skeptical candidates into applicants. Element 4, honest requirements. Here's a counterintuitive move. Be honest about what's hard. Candidates who've been burned before by misleading job postings are now scanning job postings for unrealistic expectations. And when they find them, they leave. But when a job posting acknowledges that something is demanding and explains how the organization supports it, that honesty actually builds trust. Don't hide the hard parts. Frame them with the context. Element 5, a low friction apply call to action. Your application call to action should actually match where the candidate is in their decision making. They just read your posting, they're curious, maybe interested. They're not ready to commit 45 minutes to an application. Make the first step as easy as possible. Send us your resume, apply in under 2 minutes. It will beat a 10-field form every time. Then by reducing that friction, you're gonna get a higher conversion rate. Win-win. Let me show you how this actually works in real posting. Customer service representative, we are seeking a motivated, detail-oriented individual to join our growing team. The ideal candidate will have excellent communication skills and the ability to work in a fast-paced environment. Responsibilities include handling customer inquiries, resolving complaints, and maintaining accurate records. Must have 2+ years of experience. We offer competitive pay and a great work environment. Let's run it through everything that we just covered. Step 1, flip the framing from we to you. We are seeking, cut it, start with what they'll do. Step 2, add specificity of scope. Handling customer inquiries, how many per day, what channel, what's the hardest part of the job. With step 3, let's replace fake claims. Let's move on from fast-paced environment to describe what that actually means. Competitive pay, give a range, or at least a floor. Now with step 4, add at least one piece of social proof. Does anyone on this team move up? Has anyone been here a long time? Find that real signal and put it in. And then step 5, let's rewrite that call to action. Don't end with apply now, end with something low friction and more human. And now we can take a look at the final rewritten version. Customer experience rep, X per hour, hybrid schedule. You'll be the first real conversation most customers have with us, which means your work shapes how people feel about the brand from day one. In a typical week, you'll handle around X customer contacts across phone and chat. Your team of 4 is tight-knit. Coverage is never left to chance, and your manager is accessible, not just available on paper. What you'll own: resolving types of issues with real decision-making authority. You won't be escalating everything. Maintaining accuracy in system name, for the records that drive downstream process. What you'll bring: 2+ years in a customer-facing role, comfort handling X contacts without losing the personal touch. 2 people on this team moved into senior roles in the last 18 months. We'd love to talk about what that path looks like for you. Take 2 minutes to apply, just send your resume, we will take it from there. So what do we have here? The exact same role, but this job posting sends a completely different signal. And before you go, here's a fill-in structure you can use immediately. Run any job posting through this and you'll cover the 5 elements we covered today. And that is it. 5 elements, 1 template, and a completely different quality of applicant on the other side. If you found this useful, be sure to subscribe and remember, keep a wide eye on the market. I'm Natalia Bullitt, and I'll see you on the next one.